I haven't forgotten about your question, Makai, but I just saw some warthogs. What are they? What have they got? Oh, they've got a scrub hare. Or they've actually, so pigs will sometimes eat meat. And now what's happened, this is very, very cool. I can't see what meat it is. It looked like a baby. Yes, it's a little rabbit, a little scrub hare that looks like the pigs have killed. Now, it is unusual, but they will sometimes eat meat. They are omnivores, which means they eat both meat and grass, but mostly grass. Isn't that amazing? That is not something you see every day. Now, a lot of animals out here eat meat, and this is nature, guys. So the animals have to kill to survive. Well, not normally warthogs, but they will. Look at that. That is incredible. This is very rare behavior. Yeah, I'm going to keep watching this very interesting, very rare warthog behavior. In the meantime, let's go see if Taylor's managed to find something on foot. While we're still watching this incredible behavior, and I don't want to scare the warthogs off. Now, normally a scrub hare would be way too fast for a warthog. So there were 3 of them. I wonder if that scrub hare just barreled into them by accident. Now that's really, really good nutrients for this animal. So warthogs normally eat grass and bulbs, grass bulbs, tubers, roots, but they do occasionally eat meat, and they will eat meat. Sometimes they'll steal meat from leftovers from a leopard kill or a lion kill. But this, to see them with their own little carcass, is very rare. Actually, I think I've figured out what happened, Dave. I think it was killed by a predatory bird, an eagle, and while the eagle was still fighting with the hare while it was alive, the warthogs charged in and chased them off. That's what happened. I don't think these warthogs caught it themselves. I think they stole it from a bird. Let me just move forward a little bit for you, Dave. How's that, Dave? Now, an interesting question indeed from Dylan. Do we ever go on safari and not see any animals? Well, never, Dylan. We'll always see something, whether it's a bird or a spider or an impala or a warthog, but sometimes we go on safari and we don't always find the big cats we're looking for, but we will always, always see something. Now, you can see the little warthog in the background is just eating grass and roots, while the one in the front is eating the scrub hare. Now, it looked like it just ate the liver. Now, the liver will be very rich in iron. Now, I'm going to keep watching this warthog to see if it finishes the whole little hare. In the meantime, Taylor has got a pretty flying insect. We are, and one of the other warthogs tried to steal a little piece from the mom warthog, and it got chased away. Heaven, you've got very good eyes. You can see the warthogs often walk on their elbows, and they do that because it enables them to get closer to their food. And they are even born with extra padding, like skateboard knee guards on their elbows, from when they are tiny babies, so they're able to feed like that. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to try and get a bit closer. This is incredibly fascinating. Now, leopards normally sleep on the ground, Brianna, or sometimes in a tree, but mostly on the ground. And they can sleep anywhere that is within their territory. Now, it looks like this warthog has nearly finished that little scrub hare. Now, have you guys got any questions about warthogs? I'd love to hear your questions about warthogs. There we go, you can see it's nearly finished the whole scrub hare. Now, the warthogs have the bottom tushes, which are the bottom tusks that are razor sharp, that will actually even slice through the little bones of that hare. Now, as I said, this is very rare to see and very unusual, Gracie. Warthogs will normally eat grass and roots and fruits, but they do eat meat, but it's very, very rare. You maybe only will see warthogs eating meat once or twice in a whole year. Very, very interesting behavior to watch. Now, I'm going to stick with this warthog till it finishes that whole little bunny. In the meantime, let's go see where Taylor's walking to next. Well, it's unfortunately all Dunskies. Let's go have a look what they left behind though. I think we're pretty much just going to find the skin. With the little kitties around, I couldn't go into too much detail about what was actually going on. So that warthog actually crushed open the skull, ate the brain. I did leave a little bit of meat on one of the legs. How's that, Dave? So that's all that's left. I mean, when we arrived, it looked like an absolutely full scrub hare. And what does it say? I think happened is that a bird of prey killed it, and the warthogs chased the bird of prey off. Let me just actually have a closer look here. Dave, how much do you like me? You sure, Dave? This is excellent dubbing for fly fishing, to make little nymphs. So I might be needing to get my next bit of fly tying equipment from the scrubhare. Maybe not. Maybe. It's a pity. No, this is actually a really interesting opportunity. We don't get this too often. But do you have a knife on you, Dave? Yeah, sorry. Otherwise, it's just going to be a little bit cumbersome here. And I want to show you what a scrubhare's feet look like. Because, let me just find the gap in the bone there, just to get this funny long piece off. Don't look, guys, it's quite gross. There we go. Okay. So I want to, sorry, it is quite gross, guys, but I mean, this is really fascinating. We don't get to see this type of stuff often. Look at that. Look at that foot. It is completely covered in hair, and that makes them be able to move so quietly. So they can move very quietly to try and avoid detection from predators. So, I mean, look at that. That's why often when you see the scrubhare runs at the last second, and the predators often don't hear it immediately, it's because their feet are completely covered in fur. Now, when they fight, however, and they do fight over females, underneath this fur is a really, really nasty, sharp claw. Look at that. So there are quite a few of them, and they will actually kick each other with great vigor with these really sharp nails. But I mean, I still find it fascinating that the fur covers. I mean, you can't even see the pads; they're completely covered in fur. So you can see it just makes them so quiet when they move. Yuck. It's a pity Steve's not here, otherwise we could try feed him something else. Sorry, Angela, I did warn that it is quite gross, but it is so fascinating to see, and it's quite nice to be able to see this type of stuff, because we don't see it too often. Okay. David, I'll clean your life later. Thank you, David. Oh, sorry, Dave, there's still a bit of meat there. Okay. So, I'm pretty sure Hukamura is still sleeping between the Gari Rapita and Impala Plains. It's still hot. There's no tracks of him coming out. So I'm just going to take a little trundle down, see if Hassan is still around Twin Dams. And then when it gets cooler, I might head back in this direction.